Hey Chris, I'm just showing you in this video the progress that I've made so far by connecting the DDP token to the ubiquitous blockchain. So we're just going to start off by deploying the two contracts that we've created. The two contracts, the first contract that we're going to deploy is called a registrar contract. And the second contract that we're going to deploy is called a registry contract. So just give you a high level definition of what these two smart contracts do. The registrar contract is in charge of managing what we call the registrants. And the registrants are essentially addresses, users that have, let's say, like admin access to the registry. And these registrants are able to add, delete, edit devices that are created in the registry smart contract. So these devices can be anything, but what we're going to do is we're going to use the actual token as a device, and each device can have as many IDs as we want. But for the DTP token, we'll just have a BLE ID, an NFC ID, and a public key ID for verification and encryption. So the registrants are able to add these devices to the registry contract, and the registry contract essentially just holds all that data. It holds the device ID and the device data attached to that ID. The device data that we have for each device is fully configurable. What we're doing is we're using a schema that allows us to have any sorts of variables that we can set. So whether it be URLs, IDs, account balances, whatever the case is. So we'll just launch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through deploying the contract onto the ubiquitous Ubiq blockchain. And then I'm going to show you the interface that I created in Angular 2 TypeScript that interacts with the contract itself. And then, we'll go and that way you can get an idea of how much progress has been made in the last month. So to deploy the contract, just give it the full amount here. Okay, so it's estimating we'll need, so we'll just give it 1.5 million. Transferred. So I don't know if I said this, but the registrar, the registry contract inherits the registrar contract. So we've got creating contract right here. And now we'll just go back. Sorry, the registry contract inherits the registrar contract. So when I'm just going to minimize this window here. When I was deploying that contract there, I actually just had both the registry and the registrar there. So now when we deploy the registry, it has a reference to it. If I didn't add the registrar contract, the registry contract wouldn't deploy. It would just give me an error saying that it doesn't recognize, it can't compile because it can't find the registrar variables. So I'll just give this one here 4 million gas. And deploy this one. And so now we've got both contracts deployed. So, we're just gonna have to wait for them to mine, and then I'll show you the interface. What we'll do is we'll essentially launch the Go Ubiq through the terminal, and then I'll show you the Angular 2 interface that we have.